Hello everybody, welcome to the Window Sessions Live Cradle Songs theme. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm live here on Facebook and on YouTube through StreamYard, and I have a very special guest joining me in a little bit, who is actually my collaborator on this particular record. But before I'm joined by Michael, I'm going to do a few live performances now of the songs that we just put out, the Cradle Songs, which is the EP I just put out. And I'm very excited that it's now released as of Friday, the 28th of January, and I hope anybody who's listened so far has enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your lovely comments so far. It's a little kind of concept EP which features settings of poetry from Scotland, where I'm from, so from female Scottish poets. And we've done 3 settings of different poems, and then a 4th track, which is an instrumental version of one of them. So I'm glad that Window Sessions Live is back, because I haven't done one of these for a long time. So thank you so much for everybody for tuning in, and yeah, it's nice to see you all. I'm seeing all your comments coming in now. Thank you very much for being here. Hi Daniel, hi Ilse, hi John, hi Terry, Mike, hello Florian, Paul, Carl, Edward, Anthony, nice to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. Mike, Jamie, hello. Hi Barry, good to see people from all around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi Ian. And after this, of course, I'll be doing my usual Twitch stream as well, so if you'd like to continue with some more music. Hi Mum as well. Hi David, good to see you. Yes, if you want more music after this, I'll be on twitch.tv/DaisyShoot for a late night stream after this, a little after party. So I'll do some of your song requests there. But in the meantime, hi John, good to see you. If you'd like to, maybe have a listen to the music, I'm going to send you the link here. Hi Linda, good to see you. Here is the link to the Cradle Songs. You can find this on Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, where else? Amazon, Tidal, I don't know, all the places that you might like to listen to music. You can find it on there, and you can. It would help us out a lot if you gave it some streams. So thank you so much for everybody who has done that so far. And yeah, as I say, I'm going to do the live versions of the songs now. So of course the recorded versions have all these wonderful instruments on them. So I'm just going to be me on my own for this little version, but I am going on tour, and I'll be playing the songs on tour with a few different musicians, including cellist Medora Jaeger, and also joined by Essa Flett, who is on the EP as well for our King's Place concert on the 17th of March. And also Michael will be coming and joining as well, who is going to be playing piano, and we're going to meet Michael very shortly. Hello Leo, nice to see you, thanks for tuning in. Hi Ken. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to get my guitar ready, and I'm going to do the first of the Cradle Songs, and this is actually called Cradle Song. And this song was the first one we wrote together. And we're going to do a little bit of a background on each of the songs in a little bit when we have Michael up here, but I'm just going to do a quick tune of this guitar. Doesn't like the cold weather. So yes, this is Cradle Song, and it's a setting of Carolina Oliphant's poem by the same name. And it's a beautiful little poem that basically is a lullaby from mother to child, and it mentions the absence of the father, who is away at sea. Not entirely sure exactly doing what, but he's away, and it's a kind of song of longing and mourning, and I guess we're wondering where he might be as well. So and wondering if the child is even aware. So this is Cradle Song, a very stripped back version, and I hope you like it. Blue sweet belly, what is it this night? What ails my wee lammy? Is Benny no right? Blue lammy, now blue, my dear. Does wee lammy know daddy's not here? You're rocking so sweetly on mommy's warm knee, but daddy's a-rocking upon the salt sea. Now hush-a-bye, now hush-a-my dear, hush-a-bye, your ma is here. The wild oh, sorry. I did the wrong chord there. Let us go back to that bit. Here we go. Now hush-a-bye, now hush-a-my dear, now hush-a-bye, your ma is here. The wild wind is raving, and mommy's heart said, the wild wind is raving, and he didn't care. Well, at least you know it's live. Sing ba-la-loo-la-lee, blue, my dear, blue-la-lee, your ma is here. My wee Benny's dozing, his dozing now fine, and oh, may its waking be blinder than bloopers and all. Thank you very much for saying that, Kaz. Bloopers are allowed. Appreciate that. Yes, apologies for that. I had a little bit of a slip up with my guitar there. I haven't played the guitar all day, so needed to warm up a little bit before, obviously. But anyway, I hope you liked that one. That is a stripped back version of Cradle Song, which is the first of the Cradle Songs. And that features an orchestra, a string orchestra that is, and all sorts of lovely sounds that Michael has arranged, which we're going to get into the bottom of a little bit in a little bit when we invite him on. And it also has the wonderful fiddle playing of Elizabeth Flett, who's a fantastic Scottish fiddle player who I have collaborated with a few times now. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. So I'm going to now do the second track, which is on the piano. So just give me 1 second. So yes, the second track is actually a setting of a Mary Queen of Scots poem. So I don't know if you knew this, but Mary Queen of Scots wrote poetry and wrote this particular one when she was in France. This is when she sadly lost her husband, King Francis, and so this is a kind of mourning song. Mourning is in M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, rather than mourning like the time of day. And so this song is yeah, it's a sort of shorter version of this poem, which is a bit longer, but it is actually a translation of the French poem because she wrote it in French. and it's a beautiful, sad song called Melancholy Air. And this one also has the orchestra, the string orchestra on it, so I hope you'll enjoy the version online that you'll hear. Okay, let's turn this up. Okay. In my sad, quiet song, a melancholy air, I shall look deep and long at loss beyond compare, and with bitter tears I'll pass my best years, have the harsh fates and let such a grief be felt as a more cruel blow in my name fortune dealt. My heart and days away now lies. In my springtime's gladness and flower of my young heart, I feel the deepest sadness of the most grievous hurt. My heart can find only regret and desire. When I lie quietly, sleeping upon my couch, I hear him speak to me, and I can feel his touch. Every day he's near me always, and I shall cease my song now, my sad lament shall end, whose burden I shall show true love cannot pretend, though apart, no less in my There we go, it's a Melancholy Air. Oh, Nins has said that the what is distorting? Is it the piano or the vocal or both? I can change some of those levels. I think I heard the piano distorting slightly, but thank you for that feedback. Let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your lovely comments, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, Edward. That's very kind. You're always very, very eloquent. So yes, just in case anybody's just joining us. Oh, thank you, Kirsty, as well. Appreciate that. Here is the link again for the Cradle Song, so if you'd like to hear the full versions with all the lovely orchestrations. Thank you, folks. Okay, so final song, and then we're going to invite Michael to join. And now this is a song. This is the final song we wrote, which is the most recently written in terms of the poetry, and it is a song by a poem by Marion Angus. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I put the music. Oh yes, okay, there we go. Also on the guitar. So I can. Oh, the vocal was distorting. Okay, yeah. guess. I guess that one was a little higher as well than other ones. Let me just check out what's going on with my levels. Okay, I'll turn it down slightly here, see if that helps. And yeah, see how we go. Okay, so this is Mary's song, which, as I say, is by Marion Angus, and she wrote this in the 20th century. So, but about maybe 75. Wait, no, she was born about 75 years ago, but she wrote this, I think, I can't remember exactly the day, I have to look it up. But yes, this is a poem kind of about unrequited love, is how I interpret this one. Give me 1 second to change my tuning. Oh, thanks folks. Hi Morton, nice to see you. Hey. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you. Okay, so what we're doing. So the piano was also distorting. Yes, Terry, I know. I won't be playing the piano again for this particular stream, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay. So this is, yeah, as I say, this is the final song that we wrote, and this is yeah, a little bit more stripped back on the version. We haven't got the full strings on this, but we do have other wonderful elements, arranging elements. Sorry, just trying to get rid of this cable. Okay, so this one I haven't really played that much before out in the public eye, so same with the Melancholy Air, to be honest, so hopefully this goes okay. Okay, here we go. I would like had I been here, but had I been his, as he was mine. Grace song. Oh, I'm glad you tuned in as well. Thank you very much, Mike. And thank you, Danny. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad, Ilse, you find the same peace with this as the All Angels records. I'm glad to know that. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. So there we go. There's the Cradle songs in there, in a sequence there, in the order of the record. And of course, the fourth track is also on there, but it's an instrumental version with featuring the wonderful Essa Flett on the fiddle. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much for your nice compliments there. I appreciate it. Hi, Rob. Hi, Paul. Thank you very much. Michael as well. Thank you. And thank you, Edward, for that very beautiful description as well. So I think it's about time for me to introduce my special guest, and I think we're running on time at this point, which is kind of amazing. I'm going to just take off my guitar so I can be a bit more comfortable. 1 second. Right. Thank you very much, Barry. I'm glad you like this. Thank you, Daniel, as well. Okay, so I'm now going to introduce the wonderful collaborator who I worked on this record with for the past, well, a number of years now, actually, because we started working together a little while ago, but we'll talk about that in a second. Please give it up in the way that you can only do remotely, but from your homes. Give it up for the wonderful Michael Csanyi-Wills. Hello. Wait, have we got you?
Do you...
Oh no, I can hear you, but I can't. Okay. So that was a big introduction, but sadly the camera wasn't working. So hopefully this will work this time around. I know he's having problems with the camera and the browser. So hopefully, when I see him come up again, I will introduce him back on. But in the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit about him and about our collaboration. So Michael and I actually met when we were both teaching at the same music academy called the World Heartbeat Music Academy. And oh wait, here there he is. Okay, you're on your phone, I think. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Daisy, how's it going?
Good to see you. And let's make it a little bit bigger so everyone can see us better. Okay, nice to see you, Michael. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Daisy. I'm having technical issues because
no worries.
The camera doesn't work with the software. But,
I see. Okay, well don't worry. We won't be able to share the Logic session so easily. But maybe you could point the phone at the screen, the old-fashioned way, if you want at some point. But yes, give it up for Michael, everybody. I haven't really. You missed your introduction because of the technical issues. But let me see if I can display your name so just people can see that. So yeah, Michael. I was just saying that we met actually through the music school that we both teach at. That we have taught at the World Heartbeat Music Academy, which is a very fine place, and then we started working together. Well, how long ago was it? Like 3 years ago that we did the advert.
The advert, yeah.
I was thinking about that one, yeah.
Years ago, but it probably wasn't that long. Well, we've had COVID in between, so it's probably feels longer than it actually.
I know, right? Everything is sort of thrown out of the kind of normal time scales that we usually are used to. Yes. So well, I'm still trying to figure out how I can display your name, and it's not really working. So never mind. Wait, here we go. I think show the display names. There we go. Now you have it. So everyone, I don't know if you can see the comments on the side of the screen, just so you can see them. This is if you click on. I suppose if you're on your phone, you won't be able to see them so easily, but there are a lot of people saying hello.
I don't think I can see anyone.
Okay, no worries. Well, you can see them later on Facebook and YouTube because it will stay up there. So, but a lot of people saying hello. And so just a collective hello, and I'm sure he would be saying it back if he could see them. So yes, so Michael and I met we met a longer time ago than that, but we started working on the Amazing Grace first. That was the first thing we did together, right? And that was for a Jaguar advert. That was like a car advert. That was you can see it online if anyone hasn't yet seen it, but it's on YouTube and Facebook.
There's a little anecdote to that, in that the director, the wonderful Ed Dark, he fell in love with an a cappella version of Amazing Grace, and he said, "Look, see what we can do with it, but I really doubt that we can get away from this version. I think I'm going to have to choose a complete song because I can't afford this a cappella version." And I said, "Well, let me."
The Judy Collins version, right? I would like to say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So And I said, well, let me have a word with Daisy and see what we can come up with. And he said, well, you can try, but you know, I so love the Judy Collins version that I'm not sure it's going to work. And then we worked one afternoon, and I gave him a copy, and I didn't hear back for about 10 days or something.
Which is always a bad sign, right? You always think,
always
oh,
like,
never
well,
mind.
And he rang me up and he said, I now can't listen to the Judy Collins version. I'm completely in love with Daisy. And that happens a lot, actually. Whenever I work with you, Daisy, everyone seems to fall in love with your voice.
Oh, wow.
You know, straight away. So
thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. But everybody has been saying such wonderful things about your orchestrations and the compositions in general. So, you know, people have been blown away by the. I think that they weren't expecting something to sound so expensive, considering we were on a shoestring budget.
we were very lucky because I happened to have some projects come up at the same time as recording these songs.
Yeah.
And I remember texting you saying, hey, I've got another session coming up. I might be able to fit a little bit of time at the end for a sneaky recording of the strings for the song. And I only had time for one song at the end of each session, but I happened to have 2 or 3 sessions in the time that we were writing the song. So I'm like, well, I might as well use it. So I did. So yeah.
Oh, I mean, it sounds incredible for it. So, you know, as well as all of your arranging on it in general, because of course you've done so many other things to the tracks that are, you know, as well as the strings. And that's partly why I wanted to have people see your screen to sort of see all the different components that go into this.
Yeah.
But I wonder if I wonder if we can do that with you. Yeah, you can show it on the phone. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do something kind of clever. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm gonna have to do this.
Oh yeah, here we go. So which one is this cool? One? Yeah.
So this is Melancholy Air.
Mm-hmm.
And we can, I guess, solo some things out if you like.
Yeah. Well, why don't we solo out the strings, seeing as we were talking about the strings?
Okay.
I love the arrangement you did of this. Just beautiful strings. And I mean, if anybody hasn't heard the track, this is a spoiler alert, but here you go. You can hear a little bit of a little bit of them soloed.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the quality of sound is going to be like now that I'm on my phone, unfortunately. But so the strings, the idea I had for the strings was to do this kind of like a Vaughan Williams thing on it, like a 6/8 thing.
I definitely can hear that with the Vaughan Williams influence. So let me know when you're going to play, because I'm going to press something that will help the sound, hopefully.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm going to just... So that's all. That was playing.
oh, right. Try again. Is it coming through your speakers?
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it up on the... I'm going to turn it up on there, and then that'll work now.
Okay. All right. Let me know when you're playing.
Can you hear that?
I think so.
Can you hear that?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow.
But I wonder the camera of the computer is now working. I don't know how long for, but if I enter this and then share the screen, then the sound.
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Quick.
Let's try and do that. That'd be great.
Right away, okay.
Well, if you can stay on the phone for the time being,
okay.
Because in case it doesn't work, we let them have a backup, and I'll just mute one of them so that we can. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mute your phone one just so. Here we go. We've got the third. Here we go. I think this should work.
Okay,
can we hear you? Oh yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Great.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me do it so we can see a little bit more. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, people are saying beautiful strings. You might be able to see the comments now.
Thank you so much. So if I go to share, share screen, and then I can go to this.
Here we go. There we go. Now people can see it a little bit clearer.
And so now you'll be able to hear it a little bit clearer, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the strings on the
Beautiful. Yeah.
and then there's a whole lot of programming that went over the top. So if I show you just these parts, the harp, mandolin, celeste, and dulcimer.
Lovely, yeah.
Going on over the top of that. I'll just pick a random spot. And then I had some rota chimes on there as well.
Mm.
Each individual element of this is really not very impressive on its own.
Well, people can hear the whole thing as well afterwards, of course.
when you put them all together, it sort of then makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. And so, just for people who don't know, this is a digital audio workstation that we're in right now called Logic, and so and this is where you can record music, but also you can arrange things and you can add programmed instruments. So when people can sample instruments like strings and other kinds of things, and then you can use it to create tracks without having the budget to have a full orchestra each time. So this is a combination of live instruments, as in me singing and playing guitar, and actually no, I played piano on this one, and then also the string orchestra live, but then everything else is programmed by Michael.
Right. So
Witchcraft. Yeah, indeed.
So these are the live strings on their own.
Right.
And that's obviously not MIDI, that's all recorded live.
Yeah.
So I've got, I don't know how many tracks there, probably about 23 tracks.
Wow. So how many strings was that roughly again?
40.
40 strings, yeah. You can hear that, the depth of it. It's quite amazing. Nothing really can beat that. As much as you can try with programming, and having the real thing is always better.
It is always better. Thank goodness it is better for the musicians.
Yes, exactly. Long live that. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So altogether, I guess, let's take Daisy's voice out of it for a second, and just
Great.
Let's mute everyone and just have Daisy.
Oh no! So mean.
I tell you what, why don't we have a little bit of piano in Daisy?
Okay, this is just me, as though it was just me in a room.
Of the harsh fate and I, let such a grief be felt as a more cruel blow been by day, fortune death.
I have to say, I love that piano sound.
And that's just my piano in here, yeah.
Piano in your flat, and I love that sound so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, I should maybe sample it.
Really good.
I mean, so this is the upright piano I got at the beginning of lockdown, and it's the same piano, the Challen piano, as the ones they have in Abbey Road that the Beatles used. So because my cunning boyfriend is, he works at Abbey Road as an engineer, and he in fact mixed this record as well. So Christopher Parker, he actually had spotted a Challen piano on eBay for £50, and we managed to get it just before the first lockdown. And so it was such a great addition to have during all these times in isolation, So yeah, it's been wonderful having this piano to actually play the real piano.
Really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, so yes, Louis is asking who did the string arrangements. Was that Michael too? Yes, that was indeed, and it does sound great. I agree. So yes, Michael's a very accomplished composer and arranger, and a piano player and lots of things, teacher and everything. And also you happen to know how to like edit film and all sorts of things. You know, you have so many skills. I feel like we should go back to let me take that off so we can see you a bit better. But yeah, I would love for people to know a bit more about you and what you do, if you want to tell people.
Oh goodness.
Sorry, that's an awkward question.
I guess I started out as a pianist, as a classical pianist, and then I moved into composition, and I got heavily into film music for 20 years, and then gradually became more and more interested in contemporary music, so concert hall, stuff, concertos and symphonies and things. But I never lost the film music thing as well. And then about 10 years ago, got quite heavily into teaching, and discovered I loved it. And that's where we met.
That's exactly, yeah.
So all sorts of things happened accidentally on the way, like accidentally falling into film editing, and accidentally falling into engineering, accidentally falling into all sorts of things that I didn't mean to do.
I know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But brilliant. I mean, and you can hear Michael's music online and various other projects he's been involved with, including some other songs as well that you've written and released with other people. Some beautiful art songs. So yeah, it was great collaborating with you, and I find it very easy writing with Michael. He's always got wonderful ideas and is very accommodating to my ideas as well, which is always, it's hard as a collaborator to find that kind of chemistry, but it works.
Daisy, when you turn up with melodies already in your head, it's really easy for me. I just go, yeah.
Well, fair enough. Well, it's been a pleasure working with you, so I'm hoping that we'll do lots more together and with other future projects. Of course, we forgot to mention that, I think I might have mentioned that Elizabeth Flett, the fiddle player, is on this as well. And it's funny because actually that came about because I saw a business card on your desk, and it was Essa's business card. And I was like, that's so random that you have her card on your desk. I know Essa, she's a friend of mine. And you said, well, you saw her live in a concert. Anyway, well, you probably should tell the story.
Well, I've been a massive fan of Belinda Sykes and Jogla Reza for years and years and years, and I finally managed to go to a Jogla Reza gig in London. Was it like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that? I can't remember what it was. And I heard Essa play. I didn't know who it was. I just heard her play, and I thought every aspect of Jogla Reza was special. I mean, obviously, I was a massive fan of Belinda's already, but I heard the violin playing and I thought, that's so beautiful. I've got to go up to whoever that is and say how much I love their playing. And it's difficult after a gig to go up to someone and say, I love your playing. I'm such a big fan. Because it always sounds, I don't know what it sounds, but it whatever. But she was really lovely, and she gave me a card, and I said I'd love to work with you. Never thinking that the opportunity would be so soon to do so. And then I found out that you knew Jogla Reza and you knew Essa.
I was at that same concert, but I didn't even know you were there.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
So I couldn't believe my luck when you said, let's get Essa to play on the track. I thought, yes, brilliant.
And she's perfect for this in so many ways. I mean, you can probably tell from that last track, Melancholy Air, it has a bit of a kind of slightly almost Jogla Reza kind of influence, but like the medieval influence because of the fact that we were setting a Mary Queen of Scots poem, and of course that era was influencing how we were writing it as well. So but also she coming from Scotland herself and an amazing folk fiddle player as well as classical player, she is a very and also a singer and writer in her own right, so she's often writing her own songs, and so she's a very sensitive player to lots of different aspects of this particular record. So I'm looking forward to when we can do it live together, because we have a big concert coming up in March at the King's Place I don't know if anyone is familiar with it, but it's one of my favourite venues in London, and I'm very excited we get to play there on the 17th of March, which is St Patrick's night, and I'm amping up the fact that I have a bit of Irish in me, so I'll do a few Irish tunes as part of the night, but mostly it'll be original songs, including the Cradle Songs with Michael on piano. I have a beautiful grand piano there, and also Elizabeth Flett on fiddle, and also Midor Jaeger on cello. So we'll have a little chamber version. It won't be quite the 40 strings of the Budapest orchestra there, but I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of budget. But we'll have a chamber version of this, and I'm really excited for that concert. So if anybody wants to buy a ticket, I've got my website link. I'm just going to share with you a link to that on here, so you can find a ticket, because they are selling pretty fast, so you don't want to miss out. So here we go. This is a link to the tour. I'm actually starting a tour next month, so on the 12th of February, starting a tour. So I'll be doing these songs, but also the Songs of Solace, which is my last EP, and other songs as well that have not yet been released. But yes, sorry, I'm circling back to this project and to Michael. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here and for sharing a little bit of insight into how you made the arrangements, and taking the time to talk to people about it, because I think I'm hoping it was interesting to people to see a little bit of behind the scenes. So yes, hopefully.
The technical problem.
Oh yeah, but as always. And I'm sorry, I feel really embarrassed that I made a pretty bad mistake in the first song, and I totally missed our lovely kind of change of key moment, but never mind. I don't know if you could even hear that, but
as you said, it just proves that it's live.
It's definitely live, yeah. And if you want to hear the better version, then do find it online. You can find it, this is the link to the recording, so you can find it on all your usual listening platforms, so do check that out as well. And give us a stream and a follow and all that stuff. It always helps us out. So thank you so much, Michael. I'm gonna finish off this live stream now, and I'm actually gonna do another one on Twitch. So if anybody is interested in joining me, I'm at twitch.tv/daisytoot, and you can find we'll do a little after party basically. So I'll be doing song requests, so it'll be pretty open. But just this is the link to the Cradle Songs for anybody who couldn't see the comments. Thank you so much again, Michael. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you very soon. I'll see you at the King's Place anyway.
Bye.
Thanks, folks. Bye.